Dear students, in this video we are going to study about the standardized normal distribution, and also we are going to learn on how to use the normal distribution table to determine the probability associated with some interval of z values. So what is actually meant by the standardized normal distribution? Students, as we all know that it is not necessarily the case that normal distribution have the same means and standard deviation. A normal distribution with a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1 is called standardized normal distribution. A non-standardized normal distribution can be standardized using a formula that we will study later. But for now, let's focus only on the standardized normal distribution. The standardized normal distribution use this symbol. What does this symbol tells us? So this symbol tells us that the standardized normal random variable is denoted by z, and then z has normal distribution. As you can see that we have n here. N means normal. Normal, if we draw the diagram, it is symmetrical about the symmetrical axis, which is actually this one, the mean. So the mean denoted by mu is 0 for the standardized normal distribution, and the standard deviation is 1. And then as a consequence of the symmetrical property of normal distribution, this one, 50% of the data will lie below mean, and another 50% of the data will lie above the mean. So this one is 50% and this one is also 50%. And then one important thing is that later we are going to associate probability using area. So since this curve cover the whole data, which is actually 100%. So the area under the curve, the total area under the curve will be 1 or 100%. So the total area, since we are going to associate probability using area, the total area under the curve is 1. Students, we have learned about some characteristics of standardized normal distribution. Now let's continue on how to use the normal distribution table to determine the probability associated with interval values of z. Let's start with the information given on the top of the table. So on the top of the table, we are given a diagram, and the part of the region shaded in this diagram is on the left of a certain value. So it means that all the values given in this table will be the probability of z less than a certain value, as it is written here. For example, if we want to find probability z less than or equal to 1, we can see from this table. This is the value of z. The answer will be 0.8413. So probability z less than 1, less than or equal to 1 is 0.8413. So this is 1. Maybe some of you ask, what if you want to find probability that z greater than a certain value? For example, probability z greater than or equal to 1. As I have explained before, that the total area under this curve is 100% or 1. So the total area is 100%. So it can be easily found by subtracting 0.8413 from 1. So 1 minus 0.8413. So it can be easily found using this method. And then another example. What is probability that z less than or equal to 0? I think I have explained this one. Without using this table, we can easily answer this question, because this is standardized normal distribution with mean 0. So 0 is right on the middle. It means that half of the data is below 0. So this one is 50%. So the answer of this question will be 0.5 here. This area is 0.5. And then we can check using this table that probability z less than or equal to 0 is also 0.5. Now let's continue with some more example to make your understanding better. Suppose that you are going to find the probability of z less than or equal to 0.92. So we have more decimal here. So first, you need to spot 0.9 here. So this one 0.9, and then the second decimal is 2. This one is for the second decimal. So the answer will be 0.8212. 0.8212. Now what if we add one more decimal? So now the value of z is 3 decimal places. For example, probability z less than or equal to 0.923, for example. So same. So you need to find 0.9 first. This one 0.9, and then 2. What about the third decimal? The third decimal will be this one. The third decimal will be this. But now you just need to add it to the last digit of this one. So it will be 0.8212 and then plus 8, but the 8 is added to the last digit. The answer will be 0.8220. So it's very simple. What if we want to find, for example, the probability from 0 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 1.13. So as I have explained before, we are going to associate probability with area. So if we draw the diagram, 0 is right in the middle or the axis of symmetry of the curve. So this one is 0, and then this one is 1.13. We want to find the probability that z lies between 0 until 1.13, which is this area. But we know that the total area under the curve is 1. So the area under the curve less than 0 will be 0.5. This one, 0.5. So now to find the probability that z lie between 0 to 1.13, we can just subtract 0.5 from probability z less than or equal to 1.13. So probability z less than or equal to 1.13 minus 0.5. So it will be probability z less than 1.13. We can find it using the table, the one that I circle. The value is 0.8708 minus 0.5. So the answer will be 0.3708. So associating probability using area will make our job much easier. Now we continue to the next question. Suppose that you are asked to find probability 0.8 is less than or equal to z is less than or equal to 1.25. So again, as the previous question, we are going to draw the diagram. So this is the diagram of the normal distribution. Right in the middle of the curve, it is 0. So just like number line, 0.8, the position of 0.8 is about here. This one is 0.8. And then 1.25 is this one. So 0.8 here and 1.25 here. So we are going to find the area of this shaded region. How to find it? It's actually not that hard. This area, the shaded area, can be found by finding this area, which is the probability that z less than 1.25, and then subtracted by this one. So by looking at the diagram, it is not that hard to understand that this shaded area is the same as probability z less than or equal to 1.25 minus probability z is less than or equal to 0.8. The answer will be 0.8944 minus this one, 0.7881. So we can use our calculator. 0.8944 minus 0.7881. The result is 0.1063. Next, it is possible to have negative value of z, but the value of z provided in this table is only for positive value of z. So how to find probability if the interval values of z involve negative number? So for the next example, you are asked to find probability z is less than or equal to, for example, 0.78. Negative 0.78. So we need to draw the diagram first. Since 0 is in the middle, so same as number line, the position of negative number is about here, negative 0.78. So it's about here, negative 0.78. Since the sign is less than, so this is the wanted region that we need to find. As I told you before, that this table provides only for positive value of z, but the question involves negative value of z. So what we want to do is that we are going to use the symmetrical property of the normal distribution. We can flip this diagram. So if we flip the diagram, this one is 0, this is 0 in the middle. So this one is 0.78 because it's on the right of 0. But since they are symmetrical, we can say that the area shaded here is the same as this one. So it can be found using probability that z is greater than or equal to 0.78, which is equal to 1 minus probability z less than or equal to 0.78. Students, don't forget that this table give value for this part of region, not this one. That's why I change it into 1 minus probability z less than or equal to 0.78. So it will be 1 minus probability z less than 0.78. We can find from the table. It's there. 0.7823. 0.7823, which is equal to, using our calculator, 1 minus 0.7823 is 0.2177. More example on finding probability that involves negative value of z. So for this next question, you are asked to find probability z is greater than or equal to, let's say negative 1.246. This one. So let's draw the diagram first so that it will not be very abstract for you. So negative 1.246, the position is about here, negative 1.246, and then the sign of the inequality is greater than, so the wanted region is this one. So what we need to do now is to flip the diagram so that the value of z will be positive, and use the symmetrical property of normal distribution. So here is 1.246. The shaded region is this one. Remember, this region and this region are the same. They have the same area since the curve is symmetrical. So it is easy to understand that the probability that z is greater than or equal to negative 1.246 is the same as probability z is less than or equal to 1.246. If you don't understand, please see this diagram. So 1.24 first. 1.24 is this one. 0.8925, and then of the last digit we use this one for the last digit, which is 11. So add, the result will be 0.8936. This is the last example on this video. For this last example, you are asked to find the probability that the value of z lie between negative 1.0 until 1.0. So if we draw the diagram, will be like this one. Remember, 0 is right in the middle, and then negative 1 is about here on the left of 0, and then this one is 1. So this one is negative 1 and this one is 1. You are asked to find the area of this shaded region. There are more than one approach actually that can be used to find the area of that shaded region. The one that I want to use here is by finding half of the area and then I just multiply by 2. This one here, then I just find half of the area from 0 to 1. It is easy to understand since this is 1, this is negative 1. Then it is easy to understand that because the curve is symmetrical, then the area from negative 1 until 0 and the area from 0 until 1 are the same. So this one is half of the total area. So what I can do is that I just multiply this by 2. So 2 times probability 0 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 1.0. This one multiplied by 2. So 2 times probability z less than or equal to 1.0 minus 0.5. Remember that this unshaded region, the area is 0.5. The answer will be, wait a minute, I need some space here. The answer will be 2 times 0.8413 minus 0.5. And at this point, you may use your calculator. The answer will be 0.6826. Students, I think that's the end of our lesson in this video. I hope this video can help you to understand about the standardized normal distribution and how to use the normal distribution table to find probability associated with the z-score. Thank you for watching. See you again in our next video.